Hello friends, welcome back. So today we are going to cash stuff the last check for the month of June. So basically we use the zero-based budget, we use the cash envelope method. So if any of that interests you and you have not already subscribed to this channel, please go ahead and do that real quick just so that you can follow along. You could ask questions, learn as I learn, adjust as I adjust, which I frequently do just to meet our needs, and join our community because really the budgeting community is pretty amazing. Okay, so let's get into this cash stuffing. So what I do is whatever income is needed to cover our fixed expenses, which would be like our mortgage, standard bills, electricity, well, we have solar, but gas, water, trash, all that stays in the account. I don't pull cash for that. That stays in the account. And I just track our spending to make sure the right amount is, leaving the account. And then anything that is remaining, I then divvy up between our weekly envelopes or any of our sinking funds, which is basically our savings goals. So we have like holiday sinking funds, and we have high priority and low priority sinking funds that tailor to our financial needs. So just know that everyone's goals or sinking funds are going to be different, as well as the amount that they choose to save. It's dependent on household size, income obviously, and then location. One might need to budget more for food in an area versus another. And if you have a large household and a lot of kids, then you may need to budget more for like birthdays and holidays and things like that. So every budget is different, but the zero-based budget and the cash envelope method still remains the same in terms of how it works. It's just about tailoring it to your needs, okay? So what we are going to cash stuff today is 1,540, which I've already counted out, and I do have a nice little ASMR cash counting video for this, but this is just where I'm going to talk to you about how I am divvying it up between the different binders and envelopes and what our goals are. So really quick, I do want to get caught up on, I hope that you guys can see this, and I don't want to make the same mistake I did last time where I started to color on my divider. I did a little bloopers reel if you saw my last YouTube video, which I thought was funny. So let me just go ahead and update this because we are on the 23rd today. So the 17th and the 18th we allowed because of Father's Day. We did not do good on this day, so I need to get my black Sharpie, which I don't have handy, and I will do that later. Okay, but let me go ahead and color in. Okay, so far so good. I am on track to meeting at least the 20 days that we did and no spend. Let me move that to the side, and let's go ahead and get into the cash stuffing. So I did get one of those like finger moisturizers. My daughter's going to bling it out for me because I love, all things that sparkle or shine. So I do have my teller sheet. I use a different method, the budget by paycheck method, but for the purposes of filming, I just put it on a piece of paper. It's a lot easier for me that way. So we're going to do our weekly binder first. And I've been saying that I was going to film a binder video. I've been really busy. My Etsy shop kind of blew up a lot more than I had anticipated, which I'm forever grateful for and really humbled by. My envelopes are a hit. So yes, my sparkle envelopes are a hit, but so are like the matte, and I even have had a few orders of just the regular glossy. And some of the dashboards. So I've been super busy and getting injured and breaking nails from making cash envelopes. Let me tell you, there should be some type of workers' comp for this. So let's go ahead. I keep saying, yeah, you guys could be rich if you got $1 for every. So let's add to this. So my husband is going to get 50. I'm going to add 20, 30, 40, 50. I haven't done like a weekly check-in because we've been in that no spend, so I just kind of stay out of the binders. But I will film that, kind of see where we're at. So he has 20, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 2. I think he took some from this. 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 2. He must have taken some this morning because my intention was to put him at least 100 for right now. But he may have needed that for work. So anything that he touches from here, we are not counting towards our no spend because he's not using our debit card, credit cards. He's not using any of that. This is just his. He works 12-hour days, so if he needs something while he's gone, then so be it. Okay, so we're adding to date night. Date night is going to get a 10. So we're in the no spend, and I added money to these envelopes in the beginning of the month with the first paycheck. And my intention was for most of these to pull and stuff in other like sinking fund areas or maybe some savings challenges. But I've decided that some of these might roll over. Date night, dining out, for example, those are going to roll over just because after a no spend month, we're probably going to want a date night. We're probably going to want to dine out. And yes, I'll add money to it. I don't know. I'm conflicted. This whole like not rolling things over is fairly new to me. Normally I just rolled everything over. I wasn't really big on savings challenges because we have our sinking funds and our holiday stuff already planned for the year. Like I use my iPad, I use like a little planner that I created that tells me in this month, this is how much I have to put to this goal if I want to meet it by this date. You know, like taking the amount, dividing it by however many months you have to save, and I know that that's what I have to save. So like a savings challenge wouldn't really work when I know for a fact, like Christmas, $272 a month. That's it. I know I'm putting $272 to Christmas away. I've incorporated one of the trackers I created just to help make it a little bit, fun. And I might create one for like my tattoo category, but overall, I've just taken a lot of time to really figure out what our needs are, how much we need, how long we have to save for it, and that has just become part of the budget. Like the amount that we put in this binder every month, that is set in stone. It does not change. The only thing I've done different this year is I'm trying to fulfill for next year already. So you'll see that I'm going to add to Mother's Day for next year already. Okay, so enough of that, sorry. Date night, 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. Wait, 20, 40, 60, 80. Yeah, okay. Yeah. It's dining out that I wanted to have a little bit more than 100 because we are a family of 5. When we eat out at a restaurant, it tends to be a little bit more. Okay, so for dining out, we are going to do a 20 and a 10. So that puts us at 20, 40, 60, 80, 110. That way we also have enough for tipping when we eat out. And then I think kids, I'm getting a little bit, it's getting a 10. I did pull for my daughter's allowance from here today. She's 9 and she's been a little bit more helpful around the house. So we're working towards self-sufficiency. I know she's only 9. Don't come at me, but I'm a strong believer that they need to have responsibilities and contribute to the household. I think that is, I don't know, I don't even want to get into it too much, but that really is something that they need, in my opinion. So that is it for this binder. I think I'm going to do my high priority first before the holidays. I don't have too much more time, as I am only on my lunch break from work. Okay, so from high priority, yoga is getting a 20. That should put me at 80, so that's enough for, I'm going to say 1 pack, because we buy like a pack of 5, and I buy a pack of 5, and I buy a pack of 5 for my daughter. So this would be for one of those packs. So 1 pack. We're not due to pay for it just yet. We still have some left on our others, but oh my goodness, I'm struggling here without the nails. But I have time, so we're adding to that. Taekwondo, we're good. Vehicle maintenance, I am going to be adding 50. What we have in here covers both of our car registrations that's due in July. So, but I know that once this is gone, I need to start adding to it for like oil changes and things like that. So I'm going to throw a 50 in there, but actually, yeah, I'll figure out what I take out later. So it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 50, 70, 90, 110, 105, 106, 100, no, 115, 16, 17. Sorry, like, I'm clearly struggling. But that's okay. So all of that but the 50 will wind up leaving. But I do want to kind of showcase my envelopes. They are super sturdy, okay? You can see how many bills. I don't know how many bills. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Oh, that's so funny because I was like, I think like 15 to 20 might be the max. But here, we're putting this to a test. This is 15. This is in my vehicle maintenance. This is the Starlight collection, double laminated. I don't know. I think I'm going to toot my own horn that I think I've done pretty well in making these. And I'm super proud and super surprised, actually. But I have found a way to make them pretty good. So memberships, that's going to get a $20 bill. So we have 50, 70, 90, 110, 115, 116, 117. We did just get the notice in the mail about the zoo. And I think it's like 127 for the family for the year. So we'll just pay that in July. We'll be ready for that. So that's good. And then I think, oh yeah, Sam's Club. Sam's Club is getting a $10 bill. I think this should put us, 20, 40, 60, 80, 90, 100. Yes, so at 100. And that will be for just like bulk items at Sam's Club, most likely meat. Okay, back to school is getting 132. So I did two 50s, a 20, a 10, and two ones. So it's 120, 32. Okay, let's see where we're at. This envelope is another one that's a testimony to the durability of these envelopes. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 20, 40, 50, 550, 565, 566, 567, 568, and 569. We have spent some, but we are adding to it, I think, through July, so they could do the remainder of their shopping like in the beginning of August. So yeah, that's a bulky envelope, but that's okay. And then I think, okay, I know for sure in our 6-month savings, we're adding another 200. The majority of this is in our high yield savings account. Once I get to 1,000 here, I'll put a placeholder and deposit this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 860. So we are almost there for another 1,000 down. Our goal is 20,000. So we'll get there. Okay, I'm adding 200 to our Roth IRA. I normally just transfer our money to our investments, but since sometimes you have to have a certain amount to purchase the stocks, like the ETFs that you're interested in, I figured I'd probably get this to maybe, let's say, maybe 300, maybe 500, and once I do, I'll deposit that so that I can actually immediately start to purchase so that that money is working for us. So let me put this one to the side for a second and work on holiday. I might have to think about the leftover money that we're going to have. I pulled it because I know I need to cash stuff it, but I just put it on my tracker as miscellaneous because in actuality, I'm not sure where I want to put it yet. So I might do a follow-up video to like share what I decided. But let me, at least just for this video, stuff exactly what I know I have planned to stuff. So this is the holiday binder. This is the pink one. We have the gray, the pink. We have the teal, which I don't have right now. And then just like the basic clear, which I actually do have handy. All of the binders, while supplies last, will get this little keychain with it. You can add a dashboard, but they do, you know, our holiday binder bundles does come with 9 holidays. I've added a couple in here, but you can ask me if you don't want Mother's Day or Father's Day, you want to change that up to something else. You want one to say birthdays, that's fine. Just let me know in the personalization, and I don't mind doing that. I don't think that's, you know, that's not going to kill me. Let's see, Valentine's Day, I am adding another 7. So 5, 6, 7. So that puts us at 110, 11, 12, 13, 14. So this is Valentine's Day, obviously, for next year. I know I'm adding to Mother's Day. I'm going to go ahead and put $100 in there, and I believe I did 250s. Yes. This is going to be for next year, just getting a head start. I like being prepared because you really just never know what's going to happen. And if God forbid something were to happen, at least we would have something, you know, put away. I already did 4th of July in the beginning, like the second check of June, so that's not getting any more right now. Anniversary is getting 56, so I believe I did a, yes, I did a 55, 6. Okay. So we have 100, 250, 270, 295, 96, 97, 98, 99, 300. So we have the 300 that I want for our anniversary. I mean, we're done adding to it. If I have extra to add to it, I will, but that's really just what we anticipate. Our anniversary is actually July 9th, right after like the holiday. So we may actually not do anything other than possibly like dinner and a movie. So anything left over, we'll just roll over to something else. We already did Halloween, second check of June. This was the new one I created for spooky decor. I have not started to add to that though. That's what I might do. I might add to this with that extra like 100, that miscellaneous that I said I just kind of pulled for, but I don't have a place for. I might add some there. We'll decide. Oh, and New Year's Eve. Ooh, Thanksgiving and New Year's Eve. So that's going to be on that list of doing. I still need to make the birthdays envelopes. This says my birthday and then his birthday for my husband and I, but I need to make the other one for the kids. But this is actually everyone's birthday money for now. So we're going to do 288. So I know I have 200. I believe I have a, let's see, 50, 60, 70, 80, 5, 86, 87, 88. Okay. Okay. Crazy. Money going everywhere. Okay. I might not be so aesthetically pleasing to watch when handling money, but maybe it makes you laugh. And if at least it makes you laugh, then a job well done, right? So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 20, 40, 55, 60, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So this is, yes, starting for like my birthday in September. I don't think we've even started to save for my husband's birthday in November. The majority of this is already for next year's birthdays for the kids. So we have February, May, and June. So we're already starting for next year. We want to be prepared. Okay. So then, what am I missing in terms of hundreds? We did birthdays. Oh, yes. Okay. So 257, let's see, 200, I did a 50, 5, 6, 7. So if I'm right, this should be like, I think 100. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So this is that leftover that I have not decided what I want to do with. But during this video, figured out probably some to Thanksgiving, some maybe to New Year's Eve. This right here, this is what we were supposed to put to our home maintenance fund. Because remember, we had funded $3,000 to our pet emergency. And then we were starting on our home maintenance, which is going to get $5K. When that's done, we'll move on to the car maintenance, and that'll get $5K. We made car the last because we had almost like $2K already sitting in the high yield savings account for that. So we knew we could wait on that. Pet, we needed to get back right away just because we had used it on our dog Belle. And right when we got to the 3,000, right when I made the deposit, poor Sophie had to go to the vet. That was $504. So we actually have to replenish that. So this was going to go to the home maintenance, but this is going to set us back by like, I want to say 1 month, but really just one paycheck, because it's going to be 1 month because it's going to be this paycheck and then July 6th, but I need to replenish that 504. So I'm actually going to put this towards our pet sinking fund. And I was so excited to be done with our 3,000 that I actually pulled that envelope out so it's not in a binder, but that's where this is going to go. So I'll probably just put this in the back to the bank envelope. And we're going to get our pets back to 3,000 and then resume on saving for the home maintenance, 5,000. So these numbers, where do we come up with them? So for our 6-month living expenses, what I did is I looked at all of our fixed expenses, including gas, groceries, and those types of things. I even included things that I, don't want to part with if we had to start to really look at our finances and our spending. Like it would include still having the perks of what we have right now. If we save 20,000, that will cover us for a full 6 months if neither one of us were to have any income flow whatsoever. That will sit in a high yield savings account and will not be touched. That will not be invested because yes, I have our Roth IRAs, but once you invest that money, I don't touch that. I don't pull from that at all. That is going to be for retirement. That is a very strict rule of mine. I will not waver from. I don't pull from our 401ks from my work. I don't take loans out. We had done that once before and I hated it. And once it was paid off, I was so happy to see my paychecks back to normal again. I'm not going to do that. So we're going to get that 20K in a high yield savings account. We're going to have that money, that's basically compound interest, because if you don't touch the money, you earn interest this month. So let's say you earn $13 this month. Next month, when they pay you interest, it's going to be on your principal balance, the money that you added originally, plus whatever interest you earned the month before. So you're basically earning interest on top of your interest on top of your interest, and it's a beautiful, beautiful cycle. So that is what I'm going to do with that. Then with our home maintenance and car maintenance, I said 5K. I figured if something were to happen with one of our cars, some transmission issue, maybe water heater issue, I should probably refrain from saying this. I've said that before and I'm like, oh, God forbid that were to be the issue, but that 5K would definitely help us in those situations. The pet emergency, we did 3,000. I eventually will increase that to probably 5 after I fund the home and the car. We are a big family. I talk about my husband and I and our 3 kiddos, but I don't talk about the 2 dogs, 4 cats, bearded dragon, crested gecko, 2 koi fish, 3 big goldfish, 2 red ear sliders, 2 lobsters, and I don't know if I'm missing another animal. I think I'm good, but we've got all the babies. So, yeah, that's like a whole other video. So I'm going to, keep probably adding to that, but I want to get home and car to the 5K. If you don't own your home, if you're renting, so there's perks to owning a home and there's perks to renting. Like, it's not your responsibility to fix those things if you're renting. It's the landlord's, right? But you may want to invest in some type of insurance, like I know one that's like called American Shield, where if like an appliance were to stop working, your fridge, your washer, your dryer, you paid monthly for that service, but then they would replace that item should something happen to it. So those are things that you might want to save for and consider. And then just having an emergency fund if your income flow were to decrease or to stop, that way you have that coverage. So that's where we came up with our numbers, is just doing the math based on our fixed expenses and things like that. But everyone's going to be different. No one should compare. I don't see a lot of that in this community towards each other, but I could imagine there's people that might feel they're behind or they're not succeeding because they're not doing what I'm doing or in the amounts that I'm doing it. We are fortunate enough to be a 2-income household. So it's both my husband and I working, and we do have 3 kids. So some of the amounts that I save for, like the $3,000 for Christmas, some people might think like, that's crazy. That's so much. Why would you spend so much? But it isn't. It not only does it cover our immediate family, this covers gifts to any other family members. It covers Christmas decorations if I want to upgrade them, food for Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, because we do like, cook a ham and things like that. And it even covers some of the Black Friday splurging that we do. We don't have a separate Black Friday category. We have just our Christmas. So it covers a grip of things. So basically that one envelope is maybe someone else's 5 envelopes. So don't do the comparing thing. Everyone is on this amazing journey of financial freedom. We're all here to root each other on. And if you need motivation, if you need suggestions, or you just, want to discuss this, just reach out to me. I don't mind. I am not a financial advisor. I do want to make that, known. I am learning as I go. I share what I've learned. I also share when I make a mistake or when something negative happens to our budget, just because it's interesting and I think it's helpful to see how other people navigate those situations. So I appreciate you hanging out with me today. And I will see you guys in the next video. Take care. Bye.